whole point is to go through these really slowly. And that way, it's going to build endurance into the muscles, which really is what we're trying to do. If you've been working for years in this position, as a lot of people are now, or even if not working, sitting watching telly every night in this position, we need something that draws the posterior chain muscles, if you like, into contraction in an endurance kind of way. Because if you're sat over a lappy all day, for example, that is building the endurance muscles at the front. You know, you're sitting there all day, so it makes it, by dint of that, it's endurance. So we need to work them back to reverse the trend. So I want you to start with your feet together and then put a tiny gap in. The whole point of this sequence is working in opposition. So we're getting one muscle to squeeze away from the other one. You'll see what I mean as I go through. Starting from the feet then, I want you to just imagine they're grounded. It sounds crazy, but quite often you'll find that when you're actually standing still, if you actually stop and analyse where you're at, your weight could be back in the heels, or you could be rocked into your toes. And what we're trying to do is find somewhere in the middle. And then also be aware that you can pronate and supinate. So sometimes you might need to try and get the balance through your feet, which is what this is aiming at, to go through 4 points, which is like the ball, the front of the foot, the back of the foot, and then the two sides. Once you've found that you're fairly balanced, and this will really, you'll be found out in a minute if we're not, then we'll progress on to the next stage, which is to energise the legs. So squeeze into the quads, squeeze into the glutes, and draw the tailbone down. So we're doing a little tuck under of the tailbone, tilting the pelvis posteriorly. Okay. From there now, I want you to close your eyes for a second and take your head to a weight-free place, and then lengthen the spine. So when I said working in opposition, the tailbone's tucking under, but the head's pulling up. Sometimes in Tai Chi, they call it a golden thread. So it generally involves lifting the chin and tucking it back a little bit. So the whole spine, it's almost like we're pulling either side, either end of the spine. Energise the gluteals, so the buttock muscles become tight and draw in or compress the tummy muscles. Even this is quite a good start, just holding this, and then we're going to turn the hands into the anatomical position. And the most prevalent teaching point here is to draw the shoulder blades together, retract them, and down, depress them. Holding that position then, we're aiming for as much exterior rotation of these thumbs as we can, so don't let them drift in, keep them drawing back, and then keep reminding yourself, I'm rocking into my toes, to find your balance through your feet. And when we go into a 1 foot balance in a second, you'll see why these points are relevant. From here, take the weight to the left, and then tee off your right. Now your body will want to sway this way. We're going to encourage, again working in opposition, rotation the other way, anatomical hands. You keep, even if I'm moving around, you try and stay as still as you can. Okay, so the head is high, tailbone, keep reminding yourself to tuck it under. Exteriorly rotate the thumbs, there's a lot going on. Depress and retract the shoulder blades. And from there, we're going to go into a low tree pose. So all we're doing here, now this is where you'll really find the balance, is putting the foot to the inner shin. Depress, retract the shoulder blades. My head's drifting forward, bad. So we're going to lift and draw the chin back. From here, we're going to take the foot out into star pose. Here, I'm trying to exteriorly rotate the leg. Keep working on these hands. Keep working on the tailbone. Keep working on the head. Lift the knee, extend, and shoot off into a side lunge. So here, I'm going to settle myself down. This knee, we're going to draw this back, and still working in opposition, we're going to take this hip bone back. Keep these hands rotated back. Draw the shoulder blades down, depressed. Retracted, so we're shortening the arms, and now we're going to lift the arms to parallel. Keep thinking of all the teaching points. What I'm getting right now is a nice burn, if you like, to the inner thigh as that really stretches out. I'm shortening the arms towards the spine. And from here, we're going to go into another style, but almost like the reverse. So I'm going to drag in, hope you can still see me, and balance this way. Flex this knee. You might need a yoga block for this, I should have mentioned. Hand to the floor, and then find your half moon. So I'm going to extend this knee. I'm still working on retraction of the shoulder blade. I'm a little cold this morning, otherwise normally I'd get this knee absolutely straight. And then we're going to reverse this. So flex this knee, spring out, back into side lunge. And then we're going to pull back into tree. Drop the hands down to anatomical position. Keep working on this knee going back. Keep drawing this opposite hip bone back. Tee off. Energise the legs. Square off. And then I'm going to drop down into a squat. And then I'm going to repeat the whole thing on the other side. Even in this squat here, try to get the hands towards the ceiling and then shorten down. So we're not reaching up, it's the opposite. We're drawing the shoulder blades down. Start again. Feet together. Little gap. Chin up, back, energise the legs, draw the tailbone under. Anatomical position with the hands. Hold that position, compress the abdominals. Keep the gluteals tight. Keep the thumbs working back. Lots to think about. Shift the weight to the right. Tee off the left. Re-energise the legs. Watch that the body's not swaying off to the left here. From here, come into a low tree. All the points I made before about balancing through those 4 points, you'll see exactly what I mean now, because everything now is coming through this foot. All I'm focusing on now, and it doesn't matter if you're wobbling, it's all good, really good. From here, we're going to go into star. I'm still trying to exteriorly rotate this leg back. Lift. And side lunge. I'm going to give myself a little bit more gap at the same time, remain on the mat. Arms parallel to the floor, lots of exterior rotation, shorten them in towards the spine. You could put a little more side lunge in for the next time, the next round you do. From here, we're going to start the other way. Keep the exterior rotation, keep working on this hip bone, working back. Keep the shoulders drawn.